Your sales pipeline is bleeding, and it's not because of the economy or your competition. The real problem is an invisible threat hiding in plain sight, right inside your CRM. This isn't just a small leak, it's a financial drain. We're about to show you how these bad leads are quietly costing you thousands, if not millions, and give you the playbook to fix it for good. This isn't about minor adjustments. This is about overhauling the health of your business starting right now. Stick with me, because what I'm about to share will change how you view your entire go-to-market strategy. I'm Tony Koenig, owner of Koenig Digital and the scaling founder, and for the past 18 years, I've been helping B2B founders just like you grow their businesses. Let's be real. The term bad leads gets thrown around all the time, especially when sales quotas are missed or the pipeline feels a little light. But the true cost, the real damage, is so much bigger than most leaders realize. We're not just talking about a few wasted hours. We're talking about something that poisons your budget, crushes your team's morale, and makes it impossible to make smart decisions. I've spent my career in the B2B world working with companies that looked great on paper, amazing products, smart people, big marketing budgets, but they were still falling short. And time again, the culprit was the same: the quality of their leads. In this video, I'm going to pull back the curtain. First, we'll get a clear diagnosis of the problem. I'll break down the four most devastating ways bad leads are sabotaging your growth, backed up by real data. Then we get to the good part. I'll give you a 5-step actionable playbook to not only fix the issue, but to build a pipeline so resilient it's practically immune to this threat. Before we jump into solutions, we have to understand the enemy. Bad leads aren't just sitting there, they are actively draining your resources and creating negative momentum that can take quarters to reverse. Let's break down the 4 ways they're destroying your pipeline. First, they torch your budget and inflate your costs. This is the most obvious financial hit. Every dollar you spend to get a lead that has zero chance of ever converting is a dollar you've basically set on fire. Some studies show that poor data quality alone can cost businesses up to 15% of their revenue. Think about that for a second. Another report from Gartner found that the average financial impact of bad data is nearly $13 million a year for organizations. This isn't a rounding error. For a lot of companies, this is the margin between being profitable and being in the red. The 1-10-100 rule suggests it costs $1 to verify a record when it enters your system, $10 to clean it up later, and $100 per record if you do nothing at all. Second, they crush the morale of your most valuable asset, your sales team. This is the human cost, and it's just as damaging. Imagine being a sharp, motivated salesperson, but you spend half your day calling numbers that are disconnected, emailing people who left their job last year, or talking to contacts who have no authority and no budget. It's soul-crushing. It should be no surprise that poor lead quality is a top complaint among sales reps. In fact, some analyses show that sales reps waste about 27% of their time just dealing with bad data. This isn't just inefficient, it's a direct path to burnout. It completely erodes the trust between marketing and sales, which creates a toxic culture of blame where nobody wins. Third, they poison your data and your forecasts. Your CRM is supposed to be the brain of your revenue operations, but when you feed it bad data, you're injecting a poison that messes with every decision you make. How can you possibly forecast future revenue when your pipeline is full of junk leads? It's been shown that 43% of sales organizations miss their forecast by 10% or more, often due to inaccurate data in the CRM. And the data itself just gets worse over time. B2B data decays at a shocking rate. with some sources claiming up to 30% of it becomes obsolete every year. Your expensive marketing automation campaigns start misfiring, your messaging fails to connect, and your entire strategy ends up being built on a foundation of bad information. And finally, they create a massive hidden opportunity cost. This might be the most dangerous impact because it's the hardest to see. For every hour your best salesperson spends chasing a dead-end lead, that's an hour they aren't spending with a high-value prospect who actually wants to talk to them. While your team is busy with unqualified contacts, your real potential customers are being courted by your competitors. You aren't just losing the deals in your pipeline, you're losing the deals that should have been there in the first place. The resources wasted on bad leads could have been invested in attracting high-intent buyers. The time spent on pointless follow-ups could have been spent building real relationships with key accounts. So let me ask you, which of these four is hitting your team the hardest right now? Is it the budget drain, the team burnout, the bad data, or the opportunity cost? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one. Okay, we've laid out the problem. It's a big one. But the good news is that it's completely fixable. This isn't about some magic software you have to buy. It's about getting disciplined and systematic with how you manage your leads. Here is your 5-step playbook to get rid of bad leads for good. Step 1. Get serious about lead qualification. Your pipeline isn't a free-for-all. It should be a gated community. You need a bouncer at the door. This means you need a clear, universally understood qualification framework. For years, people have used BANT, budget, authority, need, and timeline. It's a simple but effective checklist. Does the prospect have a real budget? Are you talking to the person who can actually sign the check? Is there a genuine need for what you sell? And what's their timeline? There are other frameworks too, like CHAMP or MEDIC. The specific one you choose is less important than actually having one and using it religiously. Everyone, from marketing to the sales floor, has to agree on the exact criteria for what makes a marketing qualified lead, MQL, and what makes a sales qualified lead, SQL. This simple act of defining your terms stops sales from wasting time on leads that aren't ready. Step 2. Become a proactive data cleaner. You can't build a strong business on a foundation of bad data. You have to keep your CRM clean, and it has to be an ongoing process. Schedule regular audits of your database to find and remove outdated contacts, merge duplicate records, and fix bad information. Don't let your CRM turn into a digital graveyard. This isn't a one-time task. It's a culture shift. You can use data validation tools on your website forms to stop bad data from getting in the first place. You wouldn't let someone track mud into your office. Don't let bad data into your CRM. Step 3. Build a real bridge between sales and marketing. The tension between sales and marketing is where most pipeline problems start. When these teams work in silos, they end up with different goals and different definitions of what a good lead is. Marketing gets high fives for generating a high volume of leads, while sales only gets paid for closing deals. This is a recipe for failure. The fix is to force alignment with shared goals and a formal service level agreement, SLA. This SLA needs to spell out exactly what a qualified lead is, how quickly sales has to follow up, and what kind of feedback sales must give back to marketing. When sales and marketing are tightly aligned, companies see significantly higher sales win rates, as much as 38% higher, according to some studies. The goal is to create one unified revenue team driving toward the same objective. Step 4. Use technology as your enabler. Technology isn't a strategy on its own, but it's a huge force multiplier for a good one. Use your marketing automation and CRM to their full potential. Set up a lead scoring model that automatically prioritizes leads based on who they are and how they've engaged with you. A lead who has visited your pricing page 3 times is way more valuable than someone who just downloaded an ebook. Lead scoring helps your team immediately see who the hot prospects are. Also, use automation for lead nurturing. Not everyone is ready to buy today. A well-crafted nurturing sequence can keep your brand top of mind, so when they are ready, you're the first one they call. Research consistently shows that companies that are great at lead nurturing generate about 50% more sales-ready leads at a 33% lower cost. Step 5. Create a mandatory feedback loop. Your sales team's experience on the front lines is the most valuable intelligence your marketing team can get. They know which messaging works, which leads are garbage, and what objections come up all the time. You have to create a formal process for capturing this feedback. This could be a weekly meeting where sales reviews the leads from the past week and gives specific, direct feedback to marketing. Why was this lead great? Why was that one a total waste of time? This feedback lets marketing tweak its targeting and messaging almost in real time. It closes the loop and ensures your lead generation gets smarter and more effective over time, maximizing your ROI. So let's wrap it up. Bad leads are the invisible threat in your pipeline. They're draining your budget, burning out your team, and costing you massive opportunities. But you are not powerless. By getting serious about qualification, cleaning up your data, aligning sales and marketing, using technology wisely, and creating a real feedback loop, you can fight back. You can build a clean, efficient revenue engine that delivers predictable growth. This isn't easy, but it is absolutely essential. To help you start right away, I've created a smart lead gen guide. It's the exact framework I use with my clients to diagnose these problems and build a plan to solve them. It's totally free. Click the link in the description to download your checklist now. Stop letting bad leads control your future. Take control of your pipeline, your data, and your growth. Thanks for watching and keep on scaling.